morning, everybody. So, welcome to Feely's 5 Acres. I believe this is episode 8. Today we're going to work on the Woodland Mills HM130Max. I've been having a few little problems with it and contacted Woodland Mills about that, and their support is really good. The next day they put the parts in the mail that I need. One of the things that's happening is that the little spring-bound ball that holds the mill at a particular height, set by this little ball sticking into some slots, which I'll show you in a moment. Well, the ball is supposed to be captured in this bolt, and when you're using the crank to raise and lower the mill, it pops out. It gets lost. And I know it's not that I'm keeping the bolt too loose. In fact, it's so far out that it actually cants the whole lever on an angle, trying to keep pressure on that ball so I won't lose it, and I lose it anyway. So they sent me in the mail some new parts, including a new handle. They say that has some bearing on the issue. So we're going to open up the package and see what we got. So let's see here. And you know, although I've had a few problems, for the most part, I've had nothing but great things to say about this company. Their support is excellent. So I got two new handles. And two of these threaded bolts. And I'll show you up close what I'm talking about. So here you can see the bolt, and on the end of it, or I guess you would call this a threaded rod, but captured inside of it, there's a ball bearing. And that ball bearing is on a spring. So you can push it in a little bit. It's quite tough little spring. And it's supposed to stay captured. And unfortunately, it's been popping out through use, and when it pops out, it goes into the woods, and I never see it again. So usually I like to get out to the mill and work on it either before the sun is hitting it or in the evening after the sun passes by these big trees we have here, just because it's getting too hot this summer. But I think I missed out my opportunity. So I'm going to move the mill up to this end in the shade again, and we'll see if we can install this stuff real quick and see if it fixes the problem. So hopefully you can see it here. Here's the problem. Here's the old threaded bolt, and here are the cutouts that it's supposed to sit in, and you can see it's completely popped out. So now to disassemble this, I have to take the whole arm off. So I guess I'm not the only one with this problem, because inside the package with the new handles comes this bulletin for the handle grip upgrade. So this has been an ongoing problem, and this company addressed it, which you got to give them credit for. A lot of companies sell the product, maybe they'll send you replacement parts, maybe you'll have to buy replacement parts. There's been no charge so far, and I have broken this handle, and they've sent me a new one quickly. But now they've sent an upgrade, so I guess they're made differently now, a little bit stronger, hopefully. And there's the full instructions on how to replace these handles. And this is not the reason I contacted them, of course. This time it was just about this retainer bolt. But they sent these along with it without even me having to ask for them. And my handles right now are not broken, so we'll hang on to them and probably install them at another time when they break next. And we'll just replace the retainer, whatever you call that thing. You gotta be careful when you take this bolt out that this spring doesn't shoot across the yard. There's washers inside and outside. Stuff you gotta catch on the inside and come out. And then what you can do is fight this spring. So if I back this threaded rod out a little bit more, I should be able to get the whole thing out. So it's inside. There we go. Yep, so there we go. So you guys get the idea. It's missing the ball on the inside. And the spring at this point, but the spring I found. The ball, long gone. So the new ball is in the package. I also should say that I really appreciate the recyclable packaging that they sent the stuff in. Yeah, plastic inside, sure, but this is reusable and this is recyclable. I wish Amazon could get it together that well. So I'm guessing the best way to do this is to start the thread inside the handle. Start threading it in, which I may not be able to get my fingers in. Dropped it already. I'm going to start the threading. Fingers too fat. So, kind of finagle the handle to get it back in place. And the spring, the thick spring here. It's here. There we go. I'm going to put this Allen key in. And I'm not going to tighten it up, I'm just going to thread it in a little more. Because I'm going to have to wrestle to get these washers on the inside, and I don't want the spring to come loose in my hands. It's not the easiest task. So, I came in too far. Get the idea? So the washers go inside. Let me get a close-up view. For some people this might be self-explanatory, but the where are we here? The washers go on either side in this slot here so that the bolt comes through the washer on both sides. And it's hard to see it. It's in there though. But that's the idea, is you have a washer on both sides so that there's no steel plate on steel plate contact that can actually spin on the washer. And then there's another washer on the outside, another washer on the outside, and I think it's self-explanatory. It's not a very difficult procedure here, but I just wanted to show you guys in case you have to do it. There we go. I guess that's what it's supposed to sound like, right? You can push it in and it doesn't click, and you can adjust as needed, and then when you lock it in, it should sort of stay in the detail. And I think what was happening was, when I push it out to adjust, the ball was just getting beat up, I don't know, for whatever reason, and it popped out and got lost. So hopefully, I've got 2 new ones now. I don't know if I need a dozen of them. The design, maybe not the best design. It maybe doesn't need to be a ball. Maybe it could just be the rounded end of a threaded rod, rounded off. I don't know if the ball's kind of gimmicky or not. But I don't know, it's working for now. That's it.